afternoon and welcome to Adequate Eats. Apparently I'm getting requests for this segment. Of all the shit you could have me do, you have me cooking. Which is fine, I love to cook. Anyway, today I'm going to make mozzarella stuffed meatball sandwiches. First things first, you need 2.5 pounds of ground beef, or as much as you need, really. I have a fairly big eating family, so we're going to make a lot of meatballs here. Then we're going to have 2 eggs, 1 8-ounce package of pearl mozzarella balls. Now, if you can't find pearls, you can always go and look for Cilanginis, which are a little bit bigger, or you can even get a block of mozzarella, cut it into small squares, and still do the same thing. And, of course, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, granulated garlic, powdered onion, some pepper, and seasoning salt. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the meat and we're going to put it right in the mixer here. Then my daughter, Cassie, is going to crack 2 eggs into there. Or into the bowl.
Oh.
That's fine. Put it. Here you go.
I forgot.
Alright, now that you've cracked the eggs, make sure there's no shells in there. Take your 2 eggs and drop them right in there. Okay, and then you're going to take your breadcrumbs, 1 cup, right in there. All into your stand mixer you're doing this because it's so much easier than kneading the meat, okay? Then you want to take this, a little bit, just as much garlic as you want to put in it. I'm not going to tell you how much to do that, that's your taste. Same with the powdered onion. If you want to use regular onion, that's fine by me, but this is pretty much a quick, easy meal. Couple twists of the peppermill here. Some of this, as my son calls it, Red Robin salt, which is nothing more than seasoning salt. I'm on to you, Red Robin. I'm on to you. Okay, so shake a little bit of that in. Put this up like so. Put this on the lowest setting first. And let it mix and congealate and all that fun stuff. Put it up on number 2 if you have to, and just get it all mixing. Because this is so much easier than mixing by hand. It saves your wrists, saves your fingers. If you have any kind of cuts or nothing, you're going to get no burns. You're going to be fine. Alright. And that should be good. Take this down. Clear that off and pull the paddle off. Put the paddle right here. Alright, now, first things first, you want to test your mixture because it should be able to flatten out, which is going to be a very integral part of this whole operation. And then that flattens out nice like a small patty, and it rolls up pretty good, sticks together well. Okay, now, the process of making the meatballs is simple. Flatten out your meat, take your pearl, again, Cilangini, whatever size you want. Wrap it around like this. Roll it up. Mozzarella bomb in your meatball. When this thing heats up, you need it hot. It should hopefully ooze out. It may or may not, so I can't tell you whether it is or not. Cut. Alright, now, at this point, you should have had made all your meatballs. You're probably going to have excess cheese, but who doesn't like a snack, right? So all you do is you take your meat, you roll into a ball first. And then push down on it, flatten it out nice. You take your pearl. Yeah, I know it's not a lot of cheese, but you don't need a lot of cheese. If you do, there's always the bigger sizes, or like I said, cut your own. Pick it up like that and pinch, 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 as Ro would say. And then roll it up for a couple seconds, you know, because you want to get it so it's completely sealed, because if this thing pops open, your cheese goes everywhere, and that's not good eats. Alright, now, what we're going to do next is we're going to take our meatballs, and we're going to put them in our cast iron skillet with some oil in it. Cut. Okay, so you want to take your cast iron skillet and you want to put some oil in it, maybe like a couple tablespoons. Again, it's your call. Try to like wish it all around and let it heat up. But while we're letting it heat up, here's what we're going to do next. I'm going to make a quick sauce to go with them. All you need is some crushed tomatoes. Any brand will do. You want to take some of the seasoning salt from before. Some fresh ground parsley in this. Some oregano. Some Italian spices, fresh ground I always use, but you can always find regular Italian spices in the spice aisle. A little bit of whole basil. As you can see here, we are starting to cook a little, which is good because I will be mixing it soon. Okay, a little bit of the onion powder, a little bit of the granulated garlic. Again, a little or a lot, it depends how much garlic you like. Then you put some of your pepper in here. It's a nice, quick and easy, tasty sauce. You grab one of your stirring sticks and just stir it over the stove top like so. Get everything incorporated. And then try to bring the heat down to about medium or a little less to simmer the sauce as you cook your meatballs. Because you're going to want this nice and done when the meatballs are done. So when you make your sandwich, you could just put it all over. Now, let's see if we have it hot enough yet. No. Okay. Okay, and now the pan's heated up. You put your meatballs in the pan like this. And you keep putting them in until you can fit all of them in, or most of them in. Now what you're going to do is, sometimes you'll have enough meatballs to fill the entire pan, which would be great. If you don't, you can always transfer them. I might have to transfer all these. We made a lot of friggin' meatballs today. So, as I put these in, you're going to put them in just to brown them around the edges. What the browning is going to do, it's going to seal in the flavor and seal any of the edges that might still be open. You don't want any of these meatballs here to open up with the cheese in it. Like I said, the cheese will leak out into the pan and it's not good eats. Okay, what we're doing now is we're transferring all these wonderful meatballs onto this pan. And this pan has a baking cooling rack on it. I always use this to cook. One, it doesn't burn the bottoms of everything. Two, all the fat and grease will drip down here, which, if you want, makes a very nice gravy if you're making like a meatloaf or some chicken or something. Or, if you just want to have a little bit of a healthier lifestyle and you want the red meat but you don't want all the fat. But usually I use 80% ground beef, which I think I have today. I just randomly picked it up today on my way at the supermarket. Alright, so when you get all these done, you want to take your oven, preheat it to 400 degrees. There's a good last char on it. And you want to put these directly in the oven. And now the sauce, if you want to add a little extra flavor now that this is really hot, you take it from one pan, and slowly, so you don't burn your house down, into the other. All that meat juice now is a part of the sauce. They are now one. And plus everything tastes better in a cast iron, if you ask. You know what I'm saying. Alright, so by now the meatballs should be done. Now, as you can see, the cheese did burst out of some of them. But they are relatively intact. Now my serving suggestion goes like this. Take your 2 tongs, or a couple meatballs, like 3 or 4. You're only going to get 3 on this bad boy. On here, take your sauce. Again, use any vessel you want to put the sauce on. And you get a nice little meatball sandwich. What's that? Oh, you want to see what the meatballs look like? Well, let me take one and cut it in half and see what happens. Okay. Stir that sauce so it don't stick. Now I just got to get a knife here. Just cut that in half. And see, it doesn't get as gooey as you want sometimes, but use a bigger size, you might get a better reaction. Alright, and that's another episode of Adequate Eats. I hope you try it. I hope if you do try, you have success in it. Thank you and have a great night. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tweet this shit, put it on Facebook, visit my page, My Boring Life in the 570. It's on Facebook. Visit me on Twitter, @Heartbreak1980. Thank you. Have a great night.